Welcome back, everybody, to this week's Sunday Daily Boost. Sunday Chakra. I am loved and lovable. I'm grateful to be here with you with the wonderful and lovely Tara Praolo studio. She will introduce herself in a moment. We are grateful that every week we transition out of the last day of the week, the crown chakra, I know and I understand, and we move into a new space of humility and yet groundedness, the root chakra. I'm present, I'm here. I am Dr. Flo, online coach and mentor. Every day I help bold dreamers follow their bliss. In so many different disciplines. And so if you're out there and you're looking to go boldly towards a new dream or an old dream, I encourage you to go to lovedandlovable.bio.link, 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 and check out some of our new wares. Tara Praolo is on deck as she is every Sunday to help us anchor. What brings you to the neighborhood? What are your wares?
My wares. Y'all can join the Lift Every Voice Substack, which now has the Drip Project podcast intro episode. The first episode will be coming out this week. There's going to be another post on the Tara Praolo Studio section of that Substack. And I think, stay tuned to my social medias because there's stuff coming. And if you've never seen me, or this is your first time listening to the podcast, or you're just a passerby who doesn't know either one of us from a paint can.
Get a paint job.
A paint can, I'm Tara Praolo, your resident white-facing biracial multi-passionate musician, and I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Oh. Yes. Would you like me to go into some inspo?
I'm going to read a card first, and then I would love to hear your inspo. The first card is Creator of Happiness. Creator of Happiness. I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It is not dependent on any outside source or individual, therefore it cannot be taken away. It can always be found within me. Creator of Happiness. I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It is not dependent on any outside source or individual, therefore it cannot be taken away. It can always be found within me. You're up.
Yay! Y'all, I gotta read the urban because my girl Cole, who I don't know from a drop of water, child, she hasn't been posting. So we got to We the Urban. The first page of the We the Urban, I think this suits LIA pretty well, is want to grow? Break the cycle. Want to grow? Break the cycle. Where did it go? Here we go. Oh, and that is my child, Bruno. All right, recognize patterns and make new choices. That's a repeating one. I wonder how they choose which ones repeat and which ones don't. Anyway, growth requires vulnerability. Growth requires accountability. Growth requires willingness. Growth requires exploration. Growth requires removal. Growth requires space. And growth requires discipline. Consistency over intensity. Small steps add up. Oh, and then a nice little video of the book fluttering.
What was that? This is how we do it. What was that?
It was my phone.
Is that your ringtone?
No, it's an Instagram story that I'm doing old news, and so I have my finger on the old news so I can pause where I am, but my finger slipped. So there we go.
This is how we do it. I was like, if that's your ringtone, I am here for all of that.
All right. Valid feedback fuels progress. Growth begins with an ego check. Want to grow? Shed the layers. The more you let go, the lighter you become, the more space you create for you to walk in your divine path. Failure is growth's greatest teacher. I'm also very aware at how hard, well, not how hard, but how many consonants the word growth has in it. Growth is messy and rarely comfortable, but it's always worth it. That's it. There she is again.
It's always worth it. This is how we do it. My second card is magic. There's magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It is more fun that way. One more time. There's magic and miracles around me, all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. Shall we move into the 52 weeks of conscious contact with Melody Beatty? This week's theme is paying dues. Did you want to take a couple paragraphs and then I can jump on in?
Sure thing. Let me make sure I'm on the right week. Yes, I am. All right, here we go. Day 1. Did you ever get a punch card from a coffee shop? I mean, if the Starbucks Gold card counts. Anyway, continuing on. If you buy 9 coffees, you get the 10th free. I definitely did that with ice cream, not with coffee. Even though you're not paying for it, you know this purchase isn't free. The price was factored into earlier purchases, but still, getting something free is sweet. We feel like we deserve what's handed to us. Have you ever had the experience of moving into an apartment or house, and even though it looked okay, the decorating wasn't yours? I've got to do something to make this mine. Whoa. Make this mine. You think? You think? You think? You think? I can't find the emphasis that I want on that. Anyway, even if it's just painting a wall, many things in life are like that. They don't feel like ours, and we don't feel like we deserve them until we put time and effort into them. Then we feel like they belong to us. Want to take it from there?
In alcohol, In Alcoholics Anonymous, there are no dues or fees. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stay sober. But we do certain things. We work the steps. We go to meetings. We work with other alcoholics. And although our sobriety is a gift from higher power, we begin to feel like we deserve sobriety by working to make it ours. Paying dues applied in my career as a writer. Struggling for the first 7 years, making almost nothing for the work I did wasn't just something I had to do to acquire new skills. By putting that effort into my career, I felt like I made it mine. And I know we can't own or possess a person, but the giving we do for our children or for other relationships isn't just for the other person. Giving bonds them to us. Most of us like the concept of getting something for free, but little in life can compare to the feeling like we deserve what we earned. Of course, the value of this week in our network is paying our dues, whether it's building a relationship or investing in our sobriety or our career. Paying dues cheerfully is the value of this week. What say you about the time you've put into the work, Praolo?
I'm trying I'm trying to balance this whole concept because I do believe that we need to put work in, right? But I'm trying to balance this concept with, like, in certain ways, those of us that have come through things believe that other people need to do the same, like follow the same path or have the same experience. And I've talked about this before, like it's specifically in music school, like because there has been abuse in the music community, there is a belief that the next generation needs to go through the same in order to be the same caliber of musician. And it's just like not true. Like, it's not true. And so I'm like, I want this week to be careful that people don't think that suffering is the same as dues. You know what I mean?
I do, because I make a lot of profanity ridden posts on the internet about the fact that I cannot stand a gatekeeper. And we're
Mm-hmm.
going to be very, very careful that we're not standing in the way of allowing people to benefit from the work that we've done. I hope that people who are new to the business and who are new to the work and stagecraft and performance craft and just whole living, I
Mm-hmm.
hope that they don't have to work for 30 years to get the freedom that in the ways that I did. Can we
Yeah.
just on ramp people and fast track them? I laugh about this, and Tara has learned to laugh about this, but every piece of her master's degree is mine. Ah! And even though she had to sweat it out, she's never been overtly stingy about the knowledge that she gained, which is her making me not have to go through a master's program in vocal pedagogy. That's, she is fast tracking me by handing me the knowledge and expertise that she gleaned. Of course, there is something about learned education and sitting down in the classroom and things like that, and the ritual of the discipline that's required to acquire knowledge and be skilled. However, when it comes to community, I think it's so wonderful that we can mastermind and put all of our skills on the table. For me, folks, it doesn't look like a master's degree pedagogical conversation every day. For me, it's like click on the left side of the page, triple dots, scroll down to the middle, plug this in, save. I might as well have one like those giant pointers with a finger on the end of it. You know what I'm talking about? Back in the day, or a laser beamer. Because that's what I do in my work to help people build their own projects in their own name for their own legacy, and to serve people who don't even know my name. That's so much fun for me.
Every time you say name, I think when I call your name. Anyway,
The Jesus song,
the Jesus song.
Lord, Lord, that's
Lord, then only.
that's how, oh, that's another one. See, this is how you know, like if they can't beat you, they will join you. They will. They will. So, root chakra day is all about I am related energy of stability, energy of security, energy of our connection to the physical world. And of course, we've been talking for many weeks about the fact that to be more connected with the physical world, you got to be grounded and connected with yourself. And
Right.
so just be thinking this week as you are moving through life about how you want to be further grounded into your I am. And knowing who you are allows people to not tell you who you are. Remember, in life, we teach people how to treat us. And the only way we know how we want to be treated and what feels good for us, which we need to start talking more. And I'm going to be surfacing some different things as we once again recalibrate our site and emergent strategy for the people. But not emergency wheels, emotion wheels, which could happen and you may need under emergency,
Right.
need to come back to the surface, because some people don't. Like, how are you feeling right now? And I'm feeling people don't have. Of course, I feel is going to be on tomorrow, sacral chakra day, when we rise into that. But we don't turn these chakras off day by day.
Right.
They're all seven are with us all the time. Did you want to perhaps ask the questions?
I can ask some questions.
I have Habba Babbid.
Habba babba. Habba babba. Let's do trust and safety, and home and environment. Okay. Do I trust myself and others? How do I respond to fear and insecurity? What practices help me feel safe and secure? I would love to hear your answer on that last one, Dr. Flo. What practices make you feel safe and secure?
Oh, you wanted to hear it now. So okay, so do I trust myself and others? I want to just loop back. Do I trust myself and others? Yes, I trust myself. I trust others within the boundaries that I set for them. And I'm responsible. So I just create healthy boundaries. I've talked to my therapist. I've evaluated my mental health safety plan. My very minty mental health
Your
safety
mental,
plan.
your mental.
My mental health safety plan. Yes, I have gone through that, and I've determined, what feels good for me as it relates to being around people and how they can approach and relate to me. And so, yes, I do trust myself and I trust others, especially within the boundaries that I've set, which are good for them and good for me. How do I respond to fear and insecurity? By returning to a plan. Those who know me well know that I have a very, very robust health and safety and security plan, and I'm a trained flight attendant and first responder. Poppy Water and I were talking about CPR this morning in our training and trading stories as combats and that work. So I feel very, very trustworthy in myself to respond to fear and insecurity because I have plans. I know how many steps in between here and the front door, and I know how many weapons are also there as well. So I can respond to fear and insecurity by running my personal protocols, and I think everyone should have them. And then that is exactly the answer to practices that help me feel safe and secure. Like we've really been in our network just to tie it into the work of the last few weeks because I want people to see that it's like one big stroke of life. We understand to deprogram ourselves and to deconstruct ourselves, we need to start moving into new relationships, new patterns, and what's the last one?
Wait, new relationships, new patterns, new strength?
New strengths.
Is it new strength?
New strengths. New relationships, new strengths.
New patterns.
And new patterns. And so, yes, we are constantly redirecting the practices that make us feel safe and secure, but we're doing them in a way that stacks on our previous learning. So I have been very, very vocal online that anybody who's part of the global majority, but a perceived oppressed population or people who are being oppressed in society, you should have a safety team. You should have people who know when you're leaving the house and where you're going and when to expect you back home and what to do if they don't see you. These are conversations that people need to be having. I don't take them for granted. And just having, these practices and these routines help me feel safe and secure. We talk about it all the time, though. Safety and security is a feeling you give to yourself. You can lock your doors, but you also need to be able to respond to what happens if someone comes in barreling like Ross did the other day.
Right. Right.
What is your plan the next time? And it's good for us.
Lay down. Just die. Anyway,
I'll ask you the next one.
Easy.
That easy. I'll ask you the other one so that you have opportunity to respond. Is your living space a place of comfort and safety, Tara Olo?
Yes. Yes. I was gonna testify. Anyway, I was gonna, yeah, right. I was gonna justify it a little bit by being like, but it's dirty. But no, I do feel comfort and safety here. which is why when people barrel into it, I get so disrupted. It was really bad, you guys. It was really bad. You guys.
How do you feel about your current home or living situation?
Aren't those like the same question?
No, how do you feel about the current, like,
They feel like the same question. Anyway,
well, it probably
how do
feels like the
you feel
same
about
question
it?
because wait. It probably feels like the same question to you because your home is a place of comfort and safety for you.
Yeah,
If it were not, and it were something else, then how you would feel would be important to unpack.
right. Yeah,
Fair enough.
I like my place of living. I wish it was a little bigger,
So the
but
last question, then, any enhancements? That would be it.
I want bigger.
Bigger.
I want bigger. Um, to enhance the feeling of security in my environment. Um, baby proofing. um, no, but also just like a. Let me say this. If we're talking about enhancing security, one of the things that I listen, and y'all, I love my child. I love being a mom. But one of the things that I've had to learn to roll with is the very different hours of which my child decides to sleep or not sleep or eat or not eat, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's very unpredictable. So some more predictability in my life at this moment in time with a 6-month-old child. That is what I would say about that. That would enhance security is having some more predictability. But that'll
Predictability, stability.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Humans like the random spark of creation, except when it's sparking at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
It'd be
Right.
like a nice balance, and balance is important. So, to balance our time that we set aside to be together tonight,
Like the break of dawn. I don't know why.
in order to balance it all, you folks, I'm going to uh, invite you to visit lovedandlovable.bio.link this week sometime and to check out our products and services and the ways we show up in the world. I want to invite you to come to some of the TikTok events and grab your tickets and let us know that you want to come so that we can be present to you in our community. And yeah, just get to know us as we walk towards more hope, and more love and more expression in our personal lives, in our personal businesses, and in the collective. Thanks so much for being here. Until next time, on behalf of Terra Praolo Studio and myself, Dr. Flo, stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable.